Hey, I'm Dr. Gardner, and I just finished up a shift at a general practice, and I saw actually quite a few dogs today that had diarrhea. And so I wanted to talk about diarrhea in dogs, and specifically, I wanted to talk about some of the things that you can do to address that and some of the tests you should look for. So if your dog is having diarrhea, but is acting normally otherwise, not vomiting, eating well, things like that, one of the very first things you can do is give them boiled chicken and boiled rice. That's a pretty common remedy that you can do at home if your dog is experiencing loose stool. And the other thing you can do is if your dog has an established relationship with a veterinarian, then a lot of times you can call them and ask if you can drop off a fecal so that you can see if there are any results for any parasites. And one of the more common ones that we'll see is Giardia. And there seems to be a lot of confusion around Giardia. There are some kinds that will transfer over to humans, and certainly they can give it to other dogs, but it's pretty uncommon for humans to get Giardia from animals. So that's not something you have to be too worried about. The other thing that you need to be concerned about is how to treat them. So in the past, whenever we would have a positive result with Giardia, we would always treat them. But that has changed a little bit. There seem to be dogs that are carriers that are asymptomatic, and we don't typically treat those animals anymore. There is a really great website. It's called the Companion Animal Parasite Council, and I'll put the link below. But it is a very good resource on how to address parasite problems in dogs and in cats, I think, too. And so I would recommend going to that if you would like to educate yourself even more about it. But yeah, so if your dog is having diarrhea and that's it, nothing else, you can do boiled chicken and boiled rice. I really think you should do white rice. It needs to be as bland as possible. And diarrhea usually takes 4 to 5 days to resolve. If it's not resolving, or they're getting more lethargic, not feeling well, not eating, or if they start vomiting, then you definitely need to check in with your vet. But otherwise, you can start with that. You can also drop off a fecal, see if that comes back positive, and look into the parasite council and see what they have to tell you about that.